I broke the world record on Hinge. I got over 3,000 matches within a week. And that is from having an optimized profile. You'd be extremely shocked if you used to go on a girl's Hinge and look at the competition. The bar is so low. Now, don't get me wrong. Online dating is quite hard, right? When you think about it, these girls are not just on Hinge, they're also on Instagram. So although the bar's low on Hinge, you're being compared to Giga Chads on Instagram. But take it from me, I've been trying to use dating apps for years now, years and years and years. And each time I got a better photo, each time I was more in shape and dialed in, I got way better results. And now I'm at the point where my Hinge is basically maxed out. I've got 6 perfect photos, got a good amount of first traps in there, lots of sort of sunny climate, beautiful backdrops. You know, what do girls love? They love adventures and they love hot guys. And that is exactly what I portray. And my prompts are okay. You know what I mean? You're gonna 99% of all the work you need to do on dating apps is your photos, but your prompts can let you down. So you just don't want to make mistakes. So obviously I coach a lot of men now. A lot of men are wanting to get their Hinge maxed out. Why? Because when you think about all the ways of dating, you know what I mean? Maxing out your dating apps is going to be by far the most efficient. Look at the T brothers. Look at Tristan T. He uses it and he doesn't need to. He can get any girl he wants in real life. At the party he goes, networking, word of mouth, or even on his Instagram. Guess what? He uses Hinge and Tinder. He will fly around the world, wherever he's going. He'll probably match with like 50 girls and start an interview process where he narrows it down to around about a handful, which he'll actually meet. So if one of the biggest players in the world right now is using it, why are you? Why are you not doing it? Literally, we're all trying to get good in life. We're all trying to get better physiques. We're all trying to get our money up. We're all doing our 9 to 5, and hopefully if you're watching this, you've got a 5 till 9 as well. So you should be busy. As a man, you should be busy. And guess what? If you max out your dating apps, dating can fit perfectly and nicely, neatly and efficiently into your busy life. And even if you're not busy, you know, you can just spend a lot of your spare time on them, opposed to going out and getting drunk at nightclubs, opposed to going out and spamming cold approaches and collecting tons of rejections, which for the most part is good for you if you do it the right way. If you're just collecting lots of no's, you're not reflecting and learning, you're very quickly going to lose motivation with cold approach, like most men do, even if you probably ain't even got to the point of cold approaching, because 0.1% of men can only do it. 99.9% of men cannot bring themselves to cold approach sober, right? So what do you need to do to get to my level? How did I do it? First of all, I had to drop my body fat. You know what I mean? You've got to have no fat on you, obviously, clearly, significantly showing. So you want your face card on point, no jaw fat. You want a flat stomach. That's the bare minimum, because in fits from head to toe, you are going to be looking very, very good. If you're going to want to be doing first traps, some people look very, very good with a flat stomach. Some people need to get leaner. Some people need to get a little bit more muscle. But if you follow my IG and my TikTok, you'll see you only need the beach body. The beach body for most men is achievable by being lean and just a couple years of consistent weight training. Yeah. It's as simple as that. It's very easy, guys. It's mostly dictated by body fat. I mean, I could show you time and time again men that are on the Explore page cleaning up and, you know, they just look like runners. They just look like hybrid athletes. They do not look like bodybuilders in any sense. So you just need a tiny bit of muscle, and I'm talking a tiny amount. So you just have a bit of shape. And then you're going to show yourself off with amazing photography. Now, if you look at all the guys that are cleaning up on the Explore page, they have unbelievable photography. They're using the latest iPhones. They're using pro cameras. They're playing around with the exposure, the vignette, the vibration, the colors. And they take pictures of absolutely everything. This is a habit you've got to get into. You've got to take pictures of everything, and you've got to try to be artsy and aesthetic, you know. Go look at these guys on the Explore page. They're taking pictures looking down at the feet. They're taking pictures looking down at the table. They're taking pictures of wherever they go, right? And they will make these grid posts bi-weekly, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. And these guys are smashing it. This is a habit I'm trying to get you all into. So, you know, you need to, it's going to take a little while, and I'm helping a lot of men. Some men are getting it done rapidly, and some men are taking ages. It's all down to how much action and effort you're going to put into this. But once you realise, for example, I was on a group coaching call last night. I was taking all my clients through a bunch of good photos that I found, and we was breaking them down, what makes them good. And we all unanimously agreed on these good photos, because a lot of people have limiting beliefs about their looks or if they'd look good in them. Every single one of them, we agreed, if you swapped your body and your face in that outfit and that backdrop in that photo, you would be beating most men on Hinge, because they're good photos, they're good outfits, they're good fashion, they're good backdrops. Now, why would you not be beating most men? Just like I said, go look at the competition. It is dire. I'm on my girls' Hinge, checking out, doing profile reviews. Until this day, I've been on it a month. I haven't seen not one good profile. Hand on my heart, right? So, you know what I mean? You need to get 6 perfect photos. If you look at mine, you know, I've got one in a spa. I've got one on a yacht. I've got one at a desert festival. I've got one of me playing paddle with my top off. You can see my abs. You know, I've got one of me, you know, with oven mitts on, setting up a log fire in a cute little cabin in the south of the UK. What else have I got? Off the top of my head, I can't remember the last one, but they're all just showing at the same time, this guy's well-travelled. It's good photography as well. It's capturing the perfect amount of the wherever I am. I'm doing the right pose as well. Posing is crucial. And it's showing off a lot of sunny climates. And women love adventures. And I'm showing off my physique a lot, but not in a try-hard way. Now, a lot of people think showing off your physique in a try-hard way is bad. Of course, yeah, if you're flexing like a bodybuilder, bad. But, you know, if you haven't got the sick, perfect locations and the outfits ready, I always say this to guys, get a F-boy gym fit on. Baggy joggers, tight vest, maybe a beanie, they're trending right now and they look good. And you just spam them semi-side-on mirror selfies in the elevators and in the gym. And you get a white towel shot. So listen, you know, all the guys on the group call last night were pretty much dialed in. They're close to being dialed in and dialed in. That is a prerequisite. So if you're watching this and you've got gut and love handles and a chubby face, that's all you should be thinking about right now. Get lean. But once you're lean, you start booking these locations, rooftop bars, skyscraper restaurants, you know, outdoor spas, indoor spas with good decor. Go look on my Instagram. I've done loads of location videos. Book loads of holidays on cheap deals. Go Tenerife, go Mallorca, go Spain. Go there with tons of lovely outfits. Fashion's quite a lot easier in sunny climates because you only have to put on a nice pair of bottoms, a nice pair of sandals, and a nice shirt or a nice vest. It's as simple as that, you know? But until then, if you're pretty dialed in, like if you're watching this, you should be, you can just be spamming the selfies of the dialed in face, mirror selfies in the gym, and mirror selfies dressed up to the T when you're out and about. But be booking restaurants with great decor. It's very easy. Go on ChatGPT, look up your area, say, please show me extremely beautiful and aesthetic and optically, you know, pleasing venues, and they're going to give you a list and you're going to find one that you like and you're going to go, right, show me more of this one. Bang, you've got 10 restaurants you can go to with beautiful dark lit decor inside. Then you're going to find rooftop bars, then you're going to book holidays, then you're going to look on Airbnbs. Like in the UK, there's tons of outdoor spas and there's all these like see-through giant glass globe Airbnb stays in the middle of nowhere. You can go hiking at any mountain in the UK, get a sick green rainproof tracksuit head to toe, maybe some like cargo trousers. Like I've got an example of this in my photo game channel on my Discord. It's got the beanie, the sort of glasses that go with hiking. They're like red lit. It looks sick. There's so many things you can do. But, you know, once you've got the locations and the fits, you've got to practice the photography, the posing. So a lot of men, including myself, don't actually know how to pose. I honestly don't. You know, I've got an idea from watching models all the time and I just think to myself, right, whoever's taking the photos, or if I'm using a tripod, you sit there, stand there and just take loads, non-stop, or 4K video recording, 120 FPS. And I'm just going to do everything but look at the camera and smile like most men on Facebook, right? I'm just going to be playing around my watch, playing around with my, you know, my other wrist, going to be sorting out my waistband, sorting out my shirt, sorting out my collar, looking off to the side, holding my hands together, doing different stuff on my hands, giggling and laughing because it's probably a bit awkward. And trust me, when you start giggling and laughing, you get some of the best shots, right? This is all it takes. And all you've got to do is graft for those 6 photos. Yeah? You could get it done within a year. You could get it done within a month. You know, it all depends on how quickly you do it. But let me tell you this, once you get them, and I always say this, you're going to get unlimited matches with girls on your level on the look scale or even slightly above. And if your photography and physique is so dialed in, we're talking 2 points above. Yeah? You know what I mean? And if you're not getting any girls, which if you're watching this, you probably ain't getting as many as you want, probably hardly any at all. Just be happy with girls on your level for now. And if you want girls above your level on the look scale, this is where you're going to need, you know, to extra textures, charming personality when you get them on the phone. This is where you maybe have to start looking into HingeMaxxing. You know what I mean? You might need to get more of a tan. You might need to dye your eyebrows like that guy on YouTube always says. I can't remember his name. Basically the leader of HingeMaxxing. You might need to get some surgeries on your nose. You might need to sort your teeth out. You know, you might need to sort your ears out. You might need some jaw fillers. I don't know, right? All I've had to do is get very, very lean and groom my hair and beard as good as possible and look into fashion and locations. I am a little bit fortunate like that. But, you know, you guys, I don't know. I don't know where you are on the look scale. But let's just say you think you're not great. Once you show yourself at your best in 6 photos in the most amazing locations with the most amazing fits, with the most amazing photo game, doing the right poses, guess what? Unlimited matches on your level. Please be happy with that for now, because you're getting nothing. And then, you know, you're even going to be getting the odd one above you, and every now and again the odd one a couple points above you, because you just tick her boxes. Trust me, the bar is so low on dating apps. Put in the work, get the 6 perfect photos, sort your prompts out, get rid of all the fluff on the profile that's not needed. And trust me, you're never going to have to worry about dating again, because what I say to all my clients and what they're already doing, we go for the number close fast. You know, we play around with a soft date close over the next week or 2 or 3. You know what I mean? We're ringing them to make sure we mesh, or we FaceTime them to make sure they're not a catfish. Ringing them for 20 minutes saves you a bunch of time getting ready, going to the date, it not going down that well, because a phone call will quickly tell you if you vibe together. You know, it's like a mini little game experience, a mini little riz or approach. I always say to my guys, line up 10 phone calls, ring them all on a Sunday. You know, that's what you do in sales when you want to get good at sales. You have 100 leads, you ring them all back to back to back to back. That's how you get good. If you're doing 1 call a week, you're not going to get good at the phone calls. You're going to be a bit stiff and nervous on every single one of them. But once you get a good profile and your number closing rapidly, you're doing a few little funny, interesting texts throughout the week or high value, masculine, you then boom, get them on a call. You know, see if you vibe. And guess what? If they like your photos and they got on well with you on the phone and they're reaching out after the phone call, because you're going to wait for them to reach out, the date is going to be almost guaranteed. This is how you date in 2025 on easy mode.